Hello, this is a quick demo of creating app registrations for a Blazor WASM hosted solution and configuring the project automatically using a new command line tool that we produced. So first, what is Blazor WASM hosted project? So Blazor WASM hosted projects are made of two parts. The first is a client, which is really a SPA, a single page application, and then there is a server, which is a web API, and the client calls the server. So you realize that you have two app registration here, one solution, and that's a lot of work to do in the portal and in the configuration file. You know that Microsoft Identity Web provided project templates in .NET 5 to make it easy to create such a solution, and the way you would do it is .NET new Blazor WASM --, hosted. And if you want to have authentication, you will add -auth and single org, for example. You could also use individual B2C for B2C. So if I do that, that's going to create a project which I can open in Visual Studio. I will open the solution which was just created in Visual Studio. You'll see that, as expected, we should have two projects. In fact, there is a third one because there are shared components. Having a web API, you would want to configure the tenant ID and the client ID. Here I have and maybe also the domain. And having a SPA here, and this is a special SPA, this is a Blazor WASM SPA. You also have an app settings, which is in a curious position. And this time this is the authority which is given and the client ID. But that's not all, because the program.cs in Blazor WASM application also have the app ID URI of the API. And here that will be the app ID URI of this server. So that's the file that we would want to configure. But first we need to do the app registration, which means we need to go to the portal. So I have a special tenant. I'm using this tenant because, you know, as a Microsoft employee, I cannot, as a user, consent to an app calling a web API. So I would not be able to test it in our tenants. But you see, there are no app registration here. So let's go back to the command line. I'm going to run the tool, ms identity app sync. That's the name of the tool. And if I wanted to do in the Microsoft tenant, I would just do that. But here I want to do it in the special tenant. So I'm going to add ---- tenant ID and the name of the tenant, which I'm going to copy paste. Test provisioning tools on Microsoft.com. So I run the tool. It detects automatically the type of project. It says it's a Blazor WASM hosted project. It detects that a sub-project is the web API. So it goes to Microsoft Graph to create the app registration, and then it will immediately also update the code. So it created this app and writing in the app settings.json, the client ID, tenant ID, and the domain. And the second application is the SPA. So it creates the application. In the app settings.json, it fills the client ID and the authority. And in program.cs, it fills in the application app ID URI of the server. So let's go back to first the app registration. Here I need to refresh. I will see that two applications were created. Okay, so the server, as I said, is a web API which exposes a scope, API access as user, and the client is a SPA. So if I go to authentication, you'll see that it has created a single page application. It has an API permission to call the server. That's for the app registration. And going in the code, now automatically my code was modified. And you see that for the server, that's the client ID you might remember we had in this window. And in terms of SPA, it has updated the tenant ID, the client ID, and for program.cs, it has automatically created the app ID URI. And now if I want to run my application, I can do it. I will be able to sign in, and that will call the web API. So for those of you who have tried to do that in the past, you know that takes a lot of time, and this is very error prone because you need to be very careful about what you've been doing. The tool automates that and makes it seamless. You see that there is a redirect URI, but that was handled for you. I'm going to try to move this. I'm going to sign with, I'm a guest user in this tenant. I approve the permission, including the one for my SPA to call the server. And then that just works. And if I fetch the data, that will call the server. It's an authenticated API, a protected API, and you see the result. So we've seen that we have a new tool which enables you to create and provision application, and it's auto-documented. So depending on where you run it, it finds directly what to do, and there is an help. Thanks for watching.